Yeah, it fucks with your hormones.
We just went live.
Oh, well.
That's gay.
Now
It's birth control.
Oh,
there's Xerox paper again.
Xerox paper again. Well, I just wasn't sure if it was personal. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to the after chat. We're going live just for Jamie so he can grow that friggin' mustache.
Oh.
Mustaches for Joe.
Whoa.
You know what? I should have really called tonight's chat Mustaches for Joe. Shit. Here's this Drinko to Mayo, whatever. I'm going to drink a Uric beer.
Okay.
You can change the title after the start. Just saying.
Yeah,
That's
What the hell? This tastes like cinnamon buns.
What?
Maybe your taste buds are messed up.
That brewery, I think that's the brewery that's messed up. Somebody dropped a cinnamon bun in the batch. Yep. And lime. Cinnamon buns and lime.
Wow.
Cinnamon buns and lime. That sounds
Interesting.
gross as fuck.
I'll drink it, but
I guess if they
That
maybe
picture, Greg, you need to switch that picture.
Yeah. Wow.
if they made the cinnamon buns
Because
normal
it,
and then
like,
used maybe a bit of
brings
lime
me
in the
anger.
frosting, maybe.
Polio chick?
Maybe.
I knew her from high school, so I knew her for a good chunk of my life.
Now,
And
in
every time
high
I see it, it just like aggravates me. Like
school,
that picture
was
needs
she as
to go.
retarded in high school as she is now?
She was awful in high school.
Mm. Oh,
Nick, you should
I will remove it with something else.
All right, so what? No, it's not important.
Why are you-
What's everybody else drinking?
I already showed mine.
Oh, you
I
already
have a
showed
seltzer.
yours.
turn on your cameras, assholes.
Roman.
Oh shit! She showed her boobs.
Titties.
So I am drinking something I just found at the LCBO today. It's from Flying Monkeys. It's called Grand Terrestrial Rhapsody, and it's appears to be a double
pineapple
IPA.
double IPA. Pineapple double IPA.
Oh, so I'm gonna hate it.
That's a pineapple double IPA. It's actually not bad. Well, it depends on your feeling of pineapple.
Cascading on cans.
I love pineapple. I love pineapple on my pizza, but not on my beer. Not on my beer. It's okay on my beer sometimes.
Not on my beer. On my pizza.
Not on my
beer. I didn't really get a lot of pineapple flavor out of it, so it was just a decent double IPA I found. But what I have actually last night I tried some fucking.
That's not bad.
It might have been the other Ace Hill beer. It's like made with fermented pineapple juice.
Oh, I
And-
saw that.
Ew.
The Island Pineapple Lager.
It
Peanut
was
butter.
okay.
Yeah.
It says it's still like the pineapple was kind of there. I don't know. Just I've never had a pineapple flavored beer that actually gets the flavor of like a fresh, juicy.
Well, yeah, it's
Pineapple
isn't it
in the beer.
The sugars in it. The sugars in it to get fermented
Well,
out
look
or
at-
something. Oh, yours got the
Yeah.
Mill Street. Are you drinking Mill Street?
No, it's selections.
Oh, okay.
Is it the same one Ashley had earlier, Josephine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was drinking earlier. Hey, it's funny you're drinking that. Do you taste like a honey sweetness on the back end of that one?
It tastes the honey sweetness on your back end.
Yeah, there's something there for sure.
Ooh.
It's definitely a sweet bill.
Yeah, they sweetened it.
Fucking great.
Cheers, fools! Fun review, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah. Wish you were there, man.
It was really weird not seeing you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was fine. I was
Hiding.
Yeah,
enjoying
fuck
a
you,
beer I had
Seth.
in my fridge.
Actually
Sorry.
has been kind of like a staple of BA 101 for quite some time now.
I saw you in
really-
the chat, and then when I didn't see you pop up for like who's on the panel, I was like, "What's going on? Are they skipping Ashley?" And then I realized you weren't there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
no,
I-
actually weren't there.
I just didn't
Yeah,
want to go out and get the beer to be
drinks
completely
every week,
honest.
yeah.
So.
Stid selfishly skipped us.
You just go ahead and shove them up your ass. We all know you want to. Like you're like.
It comes with
sticking them in
combs.
our
Look how
stuff.
sexy that
Oh,
is.
you
It
got
comes
some
with combs.
cable combs.
Oh,
Fucking nerds.
I thought
Smells
that was a cat on nine tails for a second. It's like, wow, okay, Gee.
Either way, I'm drinking Hive,
red.
which is a double IPA with wildflower honey.
Ooh.
Wildfire. I like
I've
that.
seen that.
Yes,
can.
Wildfire.
Who-
That's from
who-
Bandit.
I've seen that. Oh, Bandit makes that. Okay, I've seen that.
Bandit, yeah.
How is that? Actually, that sounds kind of cool. How is it? Good.
Good.
Bleh.
You don't like it? You didn't like
No.
it, Gert?
No.
Why not? Too sweet or?
Because you can get it. He doesn't like it.
anytime someone does a double with honey, I'm thinking it's okay. I just compare it to Hop Slam, and it's not even close. So
See, and I've never had that one to compare against, so I don't know.
Hello, my double honey.
Again, he's all about exclusion.
Hey, did I?
If you haven't had it, it's better.
I have that.
what the hell is going through here?
Ironically enough, I've never had Hop Slam either, but I do have a glass, courtesy of Ewer.
No.
What is that noise? What is that beeping?
What beeping?
What
I don't
is
hear
that
any
noise?
beeping.
It makes
I
me
want to
want
punch the screen.
Oh, do you now, Chris? Okay, dude. Whatever.
Ooh, sexy.
He is
50 pounds.
freakishly
Oh.
stroking his kettlebell. That just,
Is that for your penis?
I was about to say, it's like
Fucking
that when he gets an erection, he just shoves that on there and does a few reps and.
Penis curls?
I don't know what the world records are. They usually don't type the penis, but there's a whole weird sub-genre sport thing of people that like, how much weight can I tie around my balls and lift that up? And it's
Monks.
some people.
Is it monks
Yeah,
who you give him the balls? Yeah.
You say, what's your record?
That's a whole other thing. I've never tried it myself.
There's
I'm-
martial arts like that too.
I don't like old people balls. They gravity effect. I don't want to add to that early on. You know what I mean? Like by the time those guys that are doing the weights things get old, their balls are going to be like down their knees.
Well, I mean, are they like
Fucking-
Shaolin
until
monks
try
or
it.
something? Like,
Oh,
do
There's
why are you
nothing
concerned
wrong
with
with
people's
handing
balls?
balls.
Exactly.
Until you sit on them or something. Like I've seen
What?
that happen, and
Apparently,
I don't want that to happen ever in my life. I'm good with keeping
Well,
them. As,
Johnny Knoxville did that in one of the last Jackass episodes before he did Bad Grandpa. He would walk around like he had fake balls going through his shorts.
yeah. Well, wasn't that one of the first movies? And they did that. Was
But he did that before the movie.
or something?
No, what? No, but way before Bad Grandpa. I think it was one of the Jackass movies, though.
Oh, you might be. He
did
did
that.
it with the famous director
Like,
there. What's his name?
He had like walking around in short shorts and one ball just poking out from the bottom. It was really funny.
Being over in stores and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
Yes.
obviously like a prosthetic, right?
Yes. No, Johnny Knoxville literally let them stretch his ball that far.
He would if he could. I'm sure if his balls were long enough to hang out of his
what was
shorts, he would.
Do your balls hang low? Do they
That
wobble
movie
to the
that
flow?
came out,
Yeah,
that
tag
movie
him
that
in
came
the
out, it was a couple years ago now. The most recent, I think, Johnny Knoxville movie that came out. It was based on a true story. I can't remember the name of it, but based on like this amusement park.
I watched that.
And the stunts that he did in that movie, like some of those stunts went really, really wrong, and he got fucking incredibly injured in that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I really wish
Like-
he would take better care of himself because I don't like watching any human being put themselves through that type of torture.
well, it was like this slide thing or something like that. It was supposed to like go around, but like jumped off or something like that, and like, yeah, he got seriously fucked up doing that movie.
Yeah, you know what? I like watching stupid people get hurt, and I mean, I don't feel bad for him at all because he's getting paid out the wazoo for it.
Oh
so-
yeah, 100%. I mean, he's found his way to make
Well, like
money.
as far as like
I fault him for that.
someone who was never really like a professional stunt guy, but at this point in his life, kind of almost would be
He kind of is.
regarded
He was-
as one.
He was
Like, just done,
born. Yeah, he was born 20 years too late. Like he should have been a professional stuntman in the 70s.
You can pretty much go on like any
E-
stunt
e-
set and
or
say, "Yeah, I've
even-
done this
even-
before. I've done this before. Make sure to put pads here and there because
Mhm.
that's where I wanted them."
Yeah.
Although he probably made more money of Jackass than probably 90% of stuntmen did.
Yeah,
back in
I was
the
gonna
60s,
say,
70s.
100%.
That much money.
But I mean, have you guys ever seen that guy Superhuman on YouTube? He's just this stupid fucking wrestling fan kid who he does like wrestling dives onto things basically like does,
Oh,
like,
yes.
he does like elbow drops on stupid shit. Like he'll have like a fridge covered in tacks or something, and he'll do like a fucking elbow drop on it. And so he starts off and he goes, Superhuman, something, fuck this shit. He takes his fucking shirt off and he's this flabby fucking chota boy from the suburbs, and I'm sure his neighbors hate him because he's always screaming all day doing these fucking dives. and then he says, "This is for all the juggalos and juggalettes, whoop whoop." And then he says, fuck this shit. And then he jumps off onto whatever implements he's put before him on his video. And then he like injures himself. And the only thing I don't like about his videos is they don't give you enough of the aftermath of when he's trying to pick his ass up.
Yeah.
Like it usually cuts a few seconds later. Like, shit, no, I want to see this fucking asshole. I want to see this fucking idiot, this retard,
Laid
fucking try to stand up after like cracking his ribs across this fucking like sawhorse, like full of flaming Cheetos or whatever the fuck bullshit he's made up this time, right? Like, fuck, man.
That's
I
funny.
have to say, from what I've heard, I've never been to a concert or anything myself, not a fan of the band, but apparently the Juggalo community is actually a bunch of really nice people. Like they the US like try to designate them as a fucking terrorist organization or some shit like that. But like no, like the one that Internet Today show I watched with like the two guys that read the news and stuff, they're both like, yeah, they went to a Juggalo concert or something like that, and everyone's just so nice. It's just a bunch of nice people. It's
That's not the AON network, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. No.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of nice juggalos and juggalettes out there. But I mean, insane. I mean, I'm not making it up. That's what they're called. Fucking
yeah.
Insane Clown Posse. Like I'll give them credit. They got a good gimmick or whatever. It's caught on, but they're dumb as fuck. Like their song about how magnets. How do those work? Like
actually,
go fuck yourself.
A couple of years ago now, didn't one of them? Like, there's two guys in the same clown. One of them tried to like drop kick Fred Durst during a concert or something. And he
Which is
ran up
the funniest
and
fight like ever.
He ran up and like full on like got like ran at the like horizontal and did the drop kick and like didn't actually hit him. Like he missed and fell to the ground and like everyone tackled him, pulled him away, and it was yeah.
Guess what? Like, yeah, the Juggalos, they have their own wrestling federation, and they've been in like major wrestling federations too. Somehow, people
have they
signed
really?
them. Oh yeah, they've been both in WCW and WWF at one point.
So, would you say that they've gone through like a similar amount of training to make them like sort of credible wrestlers, or is it just like they're just there for their name?
They're there for their name, but I mean, they do all the crazy bullshit, but they're obviously not well trained.
Gotcha.
They're terrible. Like
they're going to hurt themselves and other people.
Anyone who is trained could actually do a drop kick on Fred Durst and actually connect. Let's put it that way.
Again, like he did it. He just somehow, I guess, jumped too soon and he missed him. It's fucking hilarious. Like if he connected, Fred Durst would have went flying into the. It would have been horrible. Like
yeah, maybe Fred Durst would have died and never made that fucking shitty movie of John Travolta.
I haven't seen it, but I hear it's one of those movies that's like on the level of like it's so bad it's kind of funny to watch.
It's like The Room.
Yeah. So like, again, you know, it's one of those things where you know
that it's a really bad movie.
You know, that's something.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
It is watchable.
I did not.
Oh, hi, Dougie.
Oh, hi, Mom.
You guys have seen the disaster artist.
I did not hit her. I did not.
James.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Where James Franco does
I
like
I haven't watched that, but
it's actually James Franco
out of the room, but
plays Tommy Wiseau fucking beautifully, man. James Franco is, in my opinion, really underrated as an actor. He's a really good actor.
Too bad he's a bit of a really creep, apparently.
Yeah, he's an awful.
He probably is a rapey creep.
There's a lot of fucking good actors. Weird.
That's the thing. It's like, you know, if you're gonna, I mean, it's very picky and choosy with me. Like what sort of like artists I support and ones I just won't fucking support or whatever. Because I mean, to be quite honest, about 90%,
I've actually not heard of him being creepy up until now.
Yeah, about 90% of actors and musicians that you indulge in and take their work in, they probably have some sordid past. Like if you listen to rock and roll, probably
doing something on the side.
If you listen to rock and roll, you're probably listening to a statutory rapist.
Well,
most likely.
in most cases with celebrities, not all, but most, like Tom Hanks is clean. We know he's clean. But
oh, you think you know?
He's up there. Like I don't know if I was gonna randomly trust a celebrity with my life, kind of thing. Tom Hanks would be up there, man. He's like
you never heard it. You never heard of Tom Hanks's secret dead kitten mill?
I know
Oh
of
my
his
God.
second. I know of his
What
second
the
crazy
Dead
son.
kitten mill.
His
What
his
the
second
fuck?
son that pretends to
He
be
murders
Jamaican and
kittens.
And he doesn't even kill the kittens. He gets the dead kittens shipped in and then does really horrible shit with them in the mill.
Wow.
Chet Hanks is ushering in the White Boy Summer, y'all.
His rapper son.
It's so fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And he's literally he's like put videos on
The
this
other one.
the rules
The other
for
one.
White Boy Summer, what you can and can't wear. His other son is Colin Hanks,
Colin Hanks, thank you.
which
Hmm.
Colin Hanks seems kind of really just like his dad, more or less. I've never heard of him being in any kind of
Not as good, but he has a creepy
scandal
look to him.
or
There was that child he strangled to death, but they covered it up.
Has a very creepy presence.
Actually,
to him, and it's probably more of
he was a
a.
co-star.
The kid that played young Forrest Gump.
I have no idea.
He was Colin Hanks was a co-star in a show that aired for only one season called The Good Guys, and it was like this cop show kind of thing where like Colin Hanks was like the straight and narrow cop, and his partner lived in a trailer. The guy who played his partner is also really well known. I can't think of his name though. It was actually a really good show that I wish lasted longer than it did. It
Sasha.
was very well done.
Colin Hanks was in Dexter too, wasn't he?
Yep,
Wasn't he? Oh.
I think he was one of the last seasons.
it was I think the second to last.
Did he play a serial killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played the
Spoiler.
Doomsday Killer.
I haven't
think.
seen the rest of the series, so don't say anything else.
Oh.
That's as far as I want it to go.
It's not really-
That's not really a spoiler. I'm just warning. Like I don't want to hear anything else because I haven't finished
I
the
haven't
series
watched
yet.
I haven't watched the last season. All I've heard is that apparently it ends kind of badly, and they're trying to bring it back to redo the last season, something like that.
Doing a
season-
I'm
movie.
gonna close my window. I'll be right back.
The sister was really weird. Kind of awkward, honestly.
So Dexter's sister in this show, Amy and I always refer to her as the alien because she has this bone structure that's very acute angles, very angular,
Yeah,
she's very like rail thin, so she's sort of gangly like an alien, like a gray person. You know what I mean? She's like one of the gray people, right?
Like Trevor from Trailer Park Boys.
Corey Trevor.
I think in general, when it comes to celebrities, though, going a little back, is I think you have to most part, be able to separate the artist from the person because there's a lot of great actors like Kevin Spacey, for instance, that kind of maybe those shitty human beings. Like, at least allegedly, I'm not sure if anything's ever been proven in court, but allegedly, all of them are shitty human beings.
But I mean, honestly, when it comes down to me, I found that it really comes down to whether I like that person's art or not.
Yeah,
And I mean, so like Woody Allen, fuck him. I never need to see another one of his films because I mean, I've kind of liked some of his films, but not to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give him a pass. But I mean, when it comes to like someone like Klaus Kinski, is one of my favorite fucking actors of all time. He's certifiably insane, horrible human being. Would not have wanted to meet him in real life or anything like that. Apparently, molested and raped his children.
Jesus.
Wow.
But great fucking actor, and I enjoy his work on screen. I separate the artist from the art. But
So you're saying, like,
That's a pretty big separation right there. I gotta
I
say.
separate the comedy of Bill Cosby from the fact that he raped several women.
well, I never found Bill Cosby funny, so
Yeah.
I have no.
It's kind of like saying
because
that
you don't respect the work of Bill Cosby, that you hate him openly. You don't give a shit about his opinion.
You know what? Bill Cosby's stand-up comedy was. I saw some of that when I was younger, like in high school. We were in gym class one day. We were supposed to go outside. It was raining, and the gym was being used. Like we couldn't actually do anything but sit in the classroom. And the teacher put on this hour-and-a-half fucking like Bill Cosby comedy sketch, and it was fucking hilarious.
I used
But
to
like,
have a
but at
bunch
the
of
same
his-
time, never a fan of the show really and stuff.
I
But,
never
sorry.
really got into the show, but I mean, I used to have a couple of, or like three or four of the Bill Cosby actual comedy episodes.
I think you see a Bill Cosby act.
Bill Cosby. I think this is long before, and I remember having some kind of existential thoughts, like, man, I'm gonna be real sad when Bill Cosby dies. And like,
And now it's like, nope.
yeah, that was I'm talking about that's something that was 25 years ago. I was thinking of like now, yeah, he's. How many women has he raped? You know, like
No. If you hear like
maybe
Bill
not,
Cosby shanked
maybe
to
not.
death in prison, it's like, okay, I'm pretty cool with that.
He's in prison right now, isn't he? He's in prison right now.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I probably until he dies at this point, I think.
Yeah, he's probably in one of those. He's probably in one of those, safe fake prisons where it's
yeah, he's being protected. I mean, the dude's blind. He can't be in general population.
Isn't he like in his 80s now too? Like he's like an old.
Yeah, and I think like 90% blind or something.
Yeah, he's legally blind and everything. So yeah.
Shit, that sucks. Now,
the one clip of him walking to the courtroom when he just went, hey, 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 and it was like, what is wrong with you? It was the most cringy thing like I think I've ever seen.
He tried to pull pull an O.J. Simpson, right? Like he tried to showbiz everybody. It was like, I'm Bill Cosby. Hey, hey, hey. It's like, no,
you're just terribly inappropriate.
No, you're going to jail, rapist. Fuck off.
You know, the funny thing is at this point, like Fat Albert was on when I was a young child. That is an old fucking reference. And for him to still like use that and be like, oh yeah, all these young people around me that they're going to understand that. Yeah, that they probably just said like, this guy's crazy. What is he doing right now?
What's he talking about? It's this old,
like why is he yelling, hey, 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 like a person?
It's like Phil
Why
Spector.
did the voice sound weird?
It's like Phil Spector showing up to his murder trial with the fucking crazy ass hair and shit. Like it's just it's trying to get some sort of attention, trying to get in the news, trying to spin public appeal in some weird fucking way.
He passed away not too long ago, right?
Yeah, Phil Spector did. Yeah.
I'm not even sure
who that is.
In
the last year.
Phil Spector was a famous music producer who was known for the quote unquote wall of sound production in a lot of like
Beach Boys and stuff like that.
Beach Boys, 60s, 70s groups, stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you, like there's certain actors that, as far as I know, are fairly,
heard his music either way.
Like for instance, Schwarzenegger, he's fairly clean. I mean, he had an affair on his wife, but more or less, he's a fairly clean guy. But there is literally not enough children in the world for him to molest, for me to not like his movies. Like I don't care. He could do whatever, and I will still enjoy his movies.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
have you seen his son? That he, the one, I guess the son from the affair,
from the maid, right?
Isn't it a maid? It's fucking him from 40 years ago.
It looks just fucking like him. It's fucking crazy.
No,
oh yeah.
Wasn't the maid like Latino or something? She was Latino though, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a Mexican maid or whatever.
Mexican or Colombian or something.
Yeah.
In fact, his legitimate son doesn't look that much. His legitimate son's actually fairly skinny, and he's like a male model or something.
I think he gets more from his mother's side of the family than he does.
Yeah, like he's more of a pretty boy. But yeah, his illegitimate son is like fucking like they could fucking just make remakes of Schwarzenegger movies and have his son in them.
They really could. Like they could do the same. Like I don't know. Maybe.
You got like a Latino Arnold doing Hercules in Tijuana or something.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh. I mean, maybe Greg has seen this guy out of everybody here on the panel. I don't know, but there's this guy. He's this. I think he's Italian. He looks just like Charles Bronson.
Oh, wow.
Exactly like Charles Bronson, and he's been making these shitty low budget movies, and he's kind of like a little mini kind of like sensation lately. He can't act worth a fuck. He's absolutely terrible. But he looks just like Charles Bronson, and people are banking off of that and putting him in movies and using him on posters and stuff.
As like a grungy cop, doesn't follow the rules.
He does that. He does the Charles Bronson thing, but he's in these terrible movies. But he looks just like Charles Bronson. It's fucking uncanny.
Let's do a watching party of that then.
We could do that. We should do some shitty movies too. Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to when we start that up. That's gonna be so much fun. But think about it. You know what? If I looked at Easy Hardy, I would totally start my own OnlyFans, and all you fuckers would pay me money because you'd be like, "Yeah, it's close enough."
To who?
What?
The girl in the middle of the bukkake party right now.
Yeah, it's sort of funny how.
Yeah.
She's right in the middle to me. I don't know about you guys, but
it's kind of weird how often Lady Lee does end. Like whenever we have 9 people, it's like wow, Lady Lee just ends up in the middle.
If If you turns this camera on, I won't be in the middle anymore.
If we go off the view, I will. Come on, Nick.
Oh, live.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just trying to.
Whatever. Off the tubes.
Here's the story of a Lady Lee Hardy surrounded by 8 other dudes.
By the way, the fuck you, Nick, was for the Oswald comment.
Lee Hardy Oswald.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's
rude.
I understand the fuck you, but that's I missed that. And
She's not
that's
Lee
weird.
Hardy
That's
Oswald.
Actually, my name has been
it actually
incorrectly
worked for
spelled a few
well.
times, where they've written Harvey instead of Hardy. And one person wrote my name Lee Harvey as an Lee, and I was like, "Wow, glad they think so highly of me."
Well, at the same time, like
Hardy.
that, I'd say a lot of people know that, but these days, the number of people that are ignorant of the past and stuff, a lot of people probably have no idea who that would even be. Like,
Who Lee Harvey Oswald is?
No,
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
they're all JFK truthers. They're like, no, he didn't do it. He was a patsy.
I
He didn't
I
do it."
honestly think if I were to ask my son, he would probably know.
That
I
is a
don't-
pretty significant fucking piece of trivia historically. That
I think he would
well,
know it.
wait, how old? Which son? You're how old? How old?
10,
sir?
10, turning
10?
11.
10? Okay, so maybe.
Is he the one?
Is he the one that what?
He's the one. Well, I'll specify. Is he the one that came out with you, me, and Chad and refused to talk the entire time?
Yeah. No, that's Ethan. That was the young one. He's so shy.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, no matter.
He would not know who Lee Harvey Oswald is.
I mean,
He's only 6.
me and Chad are the Bestwood children, so obviously there's no reason why he wouldn't
Yeah.
want to talk to us.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's totally the kid's fault, right?
Can't
I
imagine
wanna-
why
I want
3
to
and
say
a half year old wouldn't be frightened.
I feel like myself, I
was
wouldn't have
frightened.
Learned, I don't think I learned about
Seriously.
that until at least in high school. Myself, just
Where'd you go to high school? Enough said.
Oh, stop it! No, it's weird. Liam has
it's an
this
Ontario,
infatuation with
dumbass, or like a
random-
fucking curriculum across the board. It might be a bit
Oh, yeah,
different here,
sure.
but it's yeah. Like,
Tell me what you know about astrophysics, bitch.
personally, like, I don't know, you guys agree or disagree? Like, never a fan of Shakespeare. Like, I like they made me read. I don't like. Well, it's been weird too. 'Cause
So
I started
for not
I-
liking Shakespeare.
I
don't know what
started
I'm
high
saying.
school in Perry Sound and finished high school here in North Bay. And in Perry Sound, I read a Midsummer Night's Dream, and I want to say King Lear. And then I
King
came
Lear.
to North Bay, and like those books weren't even on the curriculum in North Bay. Suddenly, I'm
Really?
reading fucking Macbeth.
Oh,
and
yeah,
something else I can't
that was
think of.
great.
Again, the overall story. I like the stories. I don't like the way it's fucking. I don't like the Shakespearean English kind of. It's so just like.
I am super surprised to hear this from you,
Oh.
especially with you being so fucking anal about like grammar and stuff like that. The whole
Right.
I like to get to the point, man. He just draws these things out to the point where it's like, no, you could have removed 80% of that sentence and said the same thing. You're just being stupid at this point.
No,
I'm not all about just the egregious, like, look at my big fancy words I can use. It's like, no, that's not part of my grammar issues at all.
They
No.
weren't using big fancy words back then. They were making up words back then. Half the spellings for the words are vastly different and actually vary between the plays. But here's the thing: part of the curriculum when taking Shakespeare into it, even if you don't get some things out of it, one thing you're supposed to get out of it is an appreciation for how the language has evolved. You're also supposed to get an appreciation with paraphrasing, which is a big thing that if any fucking curriculum worth its shit is teaching their kids Shakespeare, learn how to paraphrase fucking Shakespeare's stuff. So even if you find it super tedious, it helps you understand concepts and language and how things are phrased, and to to further your own fucking knowledge of how to phrase things and how to word things in your own day-to-day life. Like, no one expects you to talk like fucking Shakespeare in the modern day, but if you can read King Lear, you can paraphrase it, what's actually being said between the lines. You can use that to better yourself. And also, if you happen to like the stories, you just learn to fucking read it and know, okay, this is what he's saying, and appreciate it too. And at least that's what I got from it. But
Listen, we don't want any of your logic in here.
Smart ass.
No, again,
nerd. Kind here.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Remember when they adapt it into a cartoon or a child's live action thing, then he'll like it. Is that correct?
Speaking of live action, they're coming out with Sweet Tooth. I'm pretty fucking excited.
I don't know what this is.
You ever watched it yet?
Dude, what are you drinking, Lee?
I'm drinking. Oh, which Lee?
Both of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of you.
Vizzy.
I'm
What
drinking.
is that? I don't know.
A
What
hard
is it?
seltzer. They're actually
What?
pretty tasty.
Is it hard of? What fruits and vegetables?
This one's strawberry kiwi.
I shall
It's
return in like
5%.
15. I'm gonna go take the dog for a walk.
It's a
Drinking
malt
in-
beverage.
Take a Shakespeare book with you, bitch, and read it.
Whoa!
I'm drinking.
One cherry.
He's going to
I'm
his
drinking.
mom's house to poo.
Actually, it is fortunate that it's. I mean, so yeah, it's written bad. It's a bad name because it's not a black IPA and it doesn't taste like Black Angus steak. So it's like
That's a good
double disinformation here. But it's actually a really excellent IPA that's not like, oh, we're super hazy and East Coast bro or whatever bullshit. It's just really good, really solid IPA with a good hop forward kind of thing going on. And from Britain Brewing here in Nova Scotia.
I don't think beer should be solid.
Is it bear poo?
You're right. Beer should not be
Okay.
solid.
Shut up, Kitty.
Beer?
I've had it with you, you French little fuck.
French little fuck.
That's not racist.
No, it's not. It's not any more
Asshole.
racist than what I was doing here
Christ.
earlier.
We could just say
Jesus Christ,
You
Lee.
squarehead.
Why don't you go?
It's not any more racist than saying Ashley got clubfoot from the Mexicans.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
wow.
pretty bad.
Lee just hates Alexandria. What's up with that?
It's not racist if you think about it.
What about
but
Alexandria?
it's pretty racist.
Lee just hates Alexandria. He hates French people.
Oh. He hates us all.
She just had too many Mexicans bukkake on her.
Halifax. Too many faxes.
Too many faxes.
Come Hallie. I'm going back to Hallie.
Come
Hallie.
Ale.
Hey, howdy.
Alejandro.
It's not the Mexicans' fault that they release seed when they see Lee.
Wow.
2030. Renaming to Hallie email.
I have never had sex with a Mexican. Just saying.
It doesn't mean that
Not that you were aware of.
My ancestor was Spaniard. I win.
And a little Spanish key.
Hola, North Bay. Por favor.
I mean, if I put my lucha mask on, how can you tell if I'm Mexican or not?
There you go.
Hey.
You're pretty white.
Yeah, you're pretty white. Just go
What
in the
if,
sun for 10 minutes and I'm like fucking bronzed.
what if Manly gets his Mexican citizenship? What'll happen then?
But then
There
I'll
you
have
go.
sex with a Mexican.
There you go.
And then too.
I never said I won't have sex. I just said I haven't had sex with.
I got German, native, France, English, Spaniard. That's my mix.
Of
Oh, I
people
thought
you've
that
had
was a
sex
kill
with,
And I,
What?
like I've had sex with a German. I can't remember.
Had sex with.
Did you get your DNA done, Guy?
I got a fruit punch. My balls are full of fruit punch. I'm saying.
I think that's your answer, Ashley.
All right. I guess, right?
Is that what they said on the fucking? What was it like? 32 and you?
23 and me.
23 and me. It's like
23 and me. Yeah.
They just mailed you a piece. They just mailed you a piece of paper saying fruit punch.
The entire globe is just every continent, every country is all green. Confirmed.
Just remember that calculating on your computer is not how Ancestry.com works.
They just in the middle. They have a global map, and in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, it's just a Hawaiian punch guy dancing. It's like
it'd be worse if you didn't have anything green at all.
I don't know.
You know what?
Not anywhere from this world.
Oh, you just can't.
There's Planet X.
Like from one spot in the Pacific Ocean.
It'd be funny if there's no gravity. Alien just start jacking off. Like a sperm comes to Earth, somebody's just like laying on the beach, just like.
My DNA is so heavily concentrated, like in England. It's like 90s, like some odd percent. It's just right there.
That's because
mine is very
from
England,
very
right?
British.
Yeah,
mine's very English and Italian. Like the Italians only married the Italians, the English only married the English, and it was only until like my mom and my dad immigrated to Canada did like my parents start spreading the love.
We were part of the native French orgies in Quebec. That was I regret missing those orgies.
The thing about sex clubs that some of you guys may know, but some of you may not, is that they tend to keep the lights relatively low. They're kind of like a strip club. So, I mean, you can definitely tell who the black chicks are, but otherwise,
Jesus Christ,
you may not necessarily know
everyone else is sort of brown.
White or Spanish or, I mean, Asian.
Just don't bring Lee because he'll light up a room because his skin's so fucking pale.
Oh God, Nick, Hop City, man, come on, man.
I mean, Lee would be the right spot of a sex club.
It's perfect.
Really? Really?
Oh, Lime Marino.
He's like, we can't see anything. Lee, pull down your pants. It's like the beam of light coming out of his penis.
God damn.
It's like a Care Bear stare.
You have it set on SOS. Lee, twist your tip a little bit. There you go.
Oh.
I think Lady Lee is currently dying.
I brought so much more entertainment value to BA 101 tonight. I really helped the show out a lot, I think. And this is the disrespect I get.
Yeah, you're a fucking Mexican wearing white boots, apparently.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, tangential racism aside.
Wow.
I brought a lot of entertainment value to that show. And now I'm apparently a fucking glow-in-the-dark freak at a sex club. Okay.
Actually, like, everyone remember that Simpsons episode with Mulder and Scully where Mr. Burns was that alien thing? Yeah.
Shut up.
Yes. Yes. Hold on a second.
Oh
You're the one who always says that you like are so fucking pale and talk about your pale skin all the time. So
did he ever say that he glowed?
Oh, Lee should get a job at Beyond the Pale.
Oh, fuck.
I think Lee's not used to having the insults being targeted towards him. He's used to being the insulter.
Oh. If only Carrie was here to witness.
Where's Carrie?
We left Lee speechless.
Carrie went to his mom's house to have a poo.
Oh, to have a
Yeah.
shit. I was gonna say there's only so much space.
There's probably a lineup
And
because
here's-
Carrie's mom was going to the bidet a little too much.
You know what the funny part is he might still be wearing his headphones because they're like wireless, but he's outside
Oh yeah, they
of
could
the trailer.
probably.
Like, you know how he used to be able to yell from the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, he could probably hear us. He can't
It's too bad
respond-
it's-
he can't respond
nah.
right now.
No, it's too bad his internet is shit right now, so he probably can't hear us at all.
Bluetooth range isn't
Yeah,
that
who
great.
knows?
I hope he's not one of those guys that has to masturbate when he poops, because then he'll like his mom will be like questioning, "Why do you always
Who
take
does that?
What?
Is that an actual thing?
Masturbates when
No,
he
that's not a thing, right?
That's
It
not
is
that I'm aware of.
It's a great
It is a
thing.
thing for teenagers because usually you masturbate when you're able to. That's when you're pooping.
No, I always separated those things. Still do.
Those are very independent.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Greg,
I don't sit down in the toilet and go, "Oh, time to
you know
take a
what?
wank."
That actually kind of explains a few things if Greg masturbated whenever he had a chance when he was a teenager. It's like every time he went pee, like before he had to go pee, he had to have a wank because
Hey, listen, you do it when you got privacy. If you have to do it 6 times a day,
I'm by myself.
Do people actually? Hold on a second. I don't.
Without getting a boner.
Do you actually masturbate while pooping?
No.
Have I done it before? Yeah.
At the same time.
Is there a girl with a baseball glove in front to catch it? Yes.
Wait.
Greg, who's into poo?
Greg took a minute to measure his comments there for his answer.
Maybe we should write up.
Makes me feel like there's some truth to what he's saying here.
Greg's gone quiet now because.
Listen, I'm an honest guy. I've 100% done it before. I don't believe I've done it any time recently, but like. I'm saying I probably have not.
Fascinating. That is the one place where I don't think I've ever even thought of like, hey, maybe I should masturbate right now.
It's like you're dropping a deuce, like, you know what? I'm doing this anyway. May as well take care of 2 things at the same time.
I mean, the logical follow up question here, of course, is did you come and drop a turd at the same time?
I know. Usually the turd is already dropped because it doesn't take me that long to poop. But then you're like, well, I'm here anyway. May as well just.
Does this mean that you wipe your ass with your jizz on your hand already? It's just like you got jizz on your hand. You're wiping your ass.
Why would you jizz in your hand?
I'm in a bathroom. Nick, I have access to toilet paper.
Is this still live?
Okay.
Well, fine. Do you have any comments?
Nick, I'm not a I don't jizz in my hand and shove it in my ass. Like, what do you think's going on here?
This is definitely the most fascinating conversation I think I've ever had.
I walked back into the trailer, heard my headphones, and was just like, "What the fuck is going on over here?"
Hey, Kelly,
we're talking about masturbating while I take a shit.
It's not something that happens. It's not. It honestly isn't.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, Carrie.
Greg was basically like any chance he got when he was a teenager. Well, if you're there touching yourself anyway, you might as well have at her. You know?
Oh, it doesn't happen.
You know what? There you go. Logical sense. Just
pretty much.
It's
like,
you know what?
Masturbate where you can.
When I was a kid, I kind of had the same, kind of the same mentality, but at the same time, I never got.
It's a lot more awkward for a girl to masturbate than a guy.
Well, while I'm sitting there stewing in the aroma of my own shit, it was like, oh, that's arousing. Oh, no, that just never happened to me. I don't know.
Oh no, you sort of ignore the smell of your own shit.
Yeah, something. Generally,
I think you know corn.
I don't know about the whole awkward guy versus girl masturbating part. Because if you're a guy and you masturbate, you got to go wash your hands after to get rid of the jizz, right?
No, you just wipe it off.
How messy do you masturbate? What the fuck?
Just like Nick, you don't have to always get on your hands. Fuck.
You know, there's tissue paper, socks.
Yeah, you can put a sock on it. You know what's really great? Those little ankle socks. Those are perfect.
You can jerk it directly into the toilet. You know that, right?
Where did you guys jack off? I watched the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode today. The guy was jacking off on the bed sheets and the teddy bear. That was a good one.
Well, just say the girl, you're like,
tomorrow, man.
There's like maybe you're a little wet down there, but that's it.
Oh no, you have to wash your hands. They full on smell like vagina. Like they get nice and like there's lubrication. Like you can smell the vagina.
No, it's a good memory. Keep it on there.
First time I fingered a girl, I didn't want to wash my hands for a while until it started to really smell bad. And
Dan is in the chat, by the way, saying
I'm never washing his hands. An hour later, I'm washing his hands. Terrible.
I assume with a lady, depending on I don't know how able you're to do, you can maybe get away with like a couple fingers only being.
What if you had your vibrator? You know.
No. Some of them can go like this, like.
Well, yeah, that's again. Yeah, if you're fisting yourself, then you're gonna want to give your whole hand.
Your hands are both like vagina.
She went all the way like this.
I don't understand how this is an argument.
All the way
I
up.
don't know what's
I
going on here.
guess everybody wants to know what Scott. What are you drinking right now?
No, I want to know if Scott masturbates while he poops.
I got to give it to Scott. He's been incredibly stoic throughout this entire conversation. He's just like, I don't know these people.
It's like, please
I don't know them at all.
Please don't talk about me being here while you.
Yeah.
Wait, my camera's on? Shit.
Yeah, this almost needs to be privated,
Yeah,
and then you just give the private link to Jamie in the next day or some shit.
Your camera's on and only from the waist.
Well, we started off talking about my IUDs, so it was a good start to the whole day.
You have a little fucking Jesus cross up in you.
Oh fuck!
It doesn't really look like a Jesus cross.
It's close enough.
Upside
Talking
down.
about the Star Wars?
Middled to just represent a certain shape.
Star Wars lightsaber.
The
That one?
anti-cross. Anti-Christ dildo?
What cross?
Antichrist star dildo.
What? If you tilt it on the side, it's the railway. It means no crossing.
No.
I don't know what we're talking about. I just know the zing symbol.
Oh, what's going on now?
Tom,
I've been
Thomas the
lost.
Train?
I came back from the.
I don't know either.
Where's your hat, Lee?
It's right over here, man.
Lee, hat's got to stay on, man.
Does it? Oh, all right.
That's the hat of the night.
That is the head of the night.
Oh, where did you get that thing?
It's my brother's. I borrowed it from him. He's got two.
It's hilarious.
This one fits me a bit better.
Like,
Wish I had one. Looks like fun.
it's ridiculous, but honestly, like I assume it's handmade. They might be machines that can do that kind of shit, but it's actually pretty. Like the weaving and all that. I feel like that's probably handmade. It seems it's ridiculous, but it's actually pretty cool as well.
It's authentic. My brother and I went to Tijuana and killed a Mexican and stole their hat.
I don't
Sweet.
believe that for a second.
I believe
Did you
it.
get their whip as well?
You should wear the hat, do a naked review in the
Did they
canoe in
think
your
you were a
front
ghost?
yard.
That would mean Lee drove to Tijuana
Yeah,
back.
and drank 97 Coronas.
Yeah.
That's my
Fill
So over
Fill
the
up the
course of
canoe
drinking
with
90,
the empty Corona bottles. Fill up the canoe. That's your challenge.
Corona bottles like piss jugs.
so,
that many empty Corona bottles.
I
I bet
bet.
if you cap them, you could make yourself some kind of decent flotation device.
Your face disappeared.
over the course of drinking 97 Coronas, did you ever at one point get intoxicated?
I hope
Yeah, they're fucking every day.
Really?
like just because it's light shit beer doesn't mean you can't get smashed off it. You just gotta drink more of it.
You just had, and I only really started at at noon, and finished at 9 and 10, right?
Yeah,
You're talking like 5 days or 7 days?
It was 7 days.
Seems
Not bad. That's fine. With Corona, 96 Corona in 7 days, I believe that.
I was there for I was in Victoria for 9 days, so I was only drunk for 7 of them, only because I didn't want to be drunk flying in or out.
There you go. Yeah,
That's like,
so
that's like
he's-
15 beers.
Responsible, man. Nice, good job, Scott.
15 beers a day.
Mm-hmm. No, and you can do that with Corona. Like that's a Corona is as much as it's bland shit. It's perfect for day drinking because you can just do it all day.
That's what I ended up doing.
Literally have 1 hour. One hour every hour.
Well, there you go. Just ask Sexton. He's the expert at day drinking.
And I mean, there was,
What are you saying about
like-
Sexton right now?
What the hell is that?
take a hot tub time and stuff like that. It wasn't all bad.
I was, in all honesty, Greg is the one who most often posts pictures of him having a beer at like
Yes. Yeah, he's the
I
day
get
4 in
drinker.
the afternoon. You know, it's like starting kind of
Right
early.
through her into him.
You know,
I get the feeling that Greg is like he drinks like 3 or 4 beers a day, but they're always imperial
Cute.
stouts.
Yeah. Pretty much. I wake up in the morning. I just have an imperial stout, just like fucking Ewer with his fucking whiskey this morning at like 9.
Oh,
Well, like
you
for-
were drinking
Yeah,
whiskey at
for a
that.
job.
Quality control.
in all honesty, for me, usually getting up around like noon or so, you know,
Brushing
I
his teeth
start
with that
drinking.
shit.
at like usually like 8 or so p.m.
Wakes
so
up
if
in the
you're
morning. He's like, "Whoop!" Put that in
This
the
guy like
glass,
Are you saying
backs with it.
you got
you're saying he's doing a Jay Terrio type quality control, or he's like drinking like 2 bottles of whiskey every morning or whatever the fuck?
Wiser's barrel aged hop flavored toothpaste.
I can't wait till Jay starts reviewing some of your fucking whiskeys. That'll be great.
He has.
Has he? Oh shit. Okay.
Does he like them?
I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I just saw it in his thing.
Oh.
Well, I mean, when I say some from our brands, I don't know if he's done like the ones out of our facility or not. I have to check.
Probably not. I think he's done all the like weird contracted shit that you guys don't admit to.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. Like the ones that show up in Tennessee fucking supermarkets that, say like Canadian whiskey when it's like these have never been sold in Canada anywhere. They're probably made in Canada loosely.
Actually, now that I think about it, he may have. Let me think. What's his channel called again? The fuck?
I haven't seen his shit in months.
Oh, you was still here.
You just write Ron Ontario and Ronald the Riot or whatever.
Ron
Ontario.
Rhino Ontario.
Well, I mean that was a thing of contention for that was a thing of contention for some of his stupid fucking followers, right? Because like it's Ron Ontario, but if you write it as all one word, it's Ronald the Riot, and people were like, "Oh, it's Ronald the Riot, man, cool name, bro." It's like, no, he's just a dork. It's just a dork from Louisiana and a racist piece of shit.
That's what I thought. It was like the first was like Ron the Riot. Who's Ron the Riot?
Funny.
Let's say the racist would.
It's actually
you're right.
It's actually Jay Terrio.
He hasn't done anything from our site. He does a bunch of other. Yeah, you're right. All a bunch of garbage stuff.
He does. Like he gets all these weird fucking brands that show up in their supermarkets that are like they're called Canadian whiskey on the fucking bottle. They're probably made in Canada, but it's American companies buying stock up and bottling it themselves.
I've had Canadian whiskeys, and on the back it's like made in Kentucky. It's probably that kind of weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Canadian Club is for the US market is bottled in the US.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be blend. It has to be distilled and I think blended here.
They just need one Canadian guy to work there. That's Canadian whiskey.
That's right.
It's funny because
That sounds like it.
back in the days of the Untouchables movie, we were making and bottling all that shit ourselves.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if you ask the people who own Seagram's, we were selling beer to Al Capone.
That's right.
Not so much beer, probably, but I think more spirits than beer.
Yeah, no, but that's
Oh, Radar. Hey.
Radar.
Yeah, Radar.
I couldn't see your name.
I may have
Not
just
white enough for
missed
nipples,
something
but
what you were saying earlier or something, but
There. I've lost the middle.
Second,
Now you're on the outside. You're on the outside of the Bukkake circle.
I am. Now I can just do the coming instead of being the come dawn.
Now it's Red Bear and Scott are getting splooged on. Holy shit!
I was going to say, to get somebody else in the middle now, we need like a bunch more people to join to get that.
I mean,
back.
to me, I'm in the middle right now on my screen, but
Oh, yeah, I'm actually seeing.
Then you're being Bukkake on.
I am seeing me and then Scott.
I'm going to poop while being Bukkake on if that's okay.
Melly.
I mean,
That's
it's
okay.
your thing.
I'll allow it. I don't kink shame.
At the very least, Greg is getting a backsplash of some sort.
Anybody else?
wow.
Nick was basically an extra floaty head tonight. Like he's got like no background light going on at all. And it's
Yeah, he looks celestial.
It was in the year 2000 from Conan.
He's got a very decent body.
In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's
We're
so
singing
good.
two different songs.
Because you're not even trying to get your voice high enough for that.
It was a different song. Was it Silverchair? No.
Oh, it's Conan O'Brien.
No! The one I was singing was a completely different one.
Who's more of a eunuch between Melly and Lady? Whose voice can go higher? Let's go right now. Come on, see.
I think I can do the falsetto.
I think Manly is gonna win that one.
I mean, I could just do like a line from fucking Rolling Stones. emotional rescue and probably do nothing I can say, nothing I can do. So in love, something you. I can't get the lyrics right, but I mean I can do the Mick Jagger falsetto.
That's reasonably high, but it's not.
It is so much hair. And the year 2000. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, it's not the song we're talking about, so fail.
No, it was a song I was singing about, Greg. So fuck you.
You're having a different conversation.
I will fight you.
I have no
idea.
idea.
I will fight you. I will beat you, and I will win.
I will fight you, and you'll probably win, but that's okay. You'll be making weird physical contact, probably fisting my butthole, so it'll be okay.
Wow.
If it was an actual full-on fight, just the size difference, like unless Lady Lee got in like a good ball kicker, Greg could kind of just like fall on her and.
I'm not that big of a giant, really. I'm actually kind of.
Because I can't lift weight.
No, but like if he fell on you with all of his weight and used that to then pin you, you know what I mean? That
you know I can like lift double my body weight, right?
If he fell on you and you hit the ground with him behind you, it's gonna hurt a whole lot.
You know that's happened to me before.
Double your body weight.
Like,
you do know if Greg falls forward, she's gonna move, right?
Fall forward while grabbing her, obviously, or something. Like I'm not discounting Lady Lee's toughness and stuff. I'm just saying I don't consider Greg to be a little bitch that would just like.
Oh, but she's actually she's actually a trained martial artist who knows how to like shift people's
I'm aware
weight.
of these things. I'm just saying if Greg was able to fall on her with his full force and weight and make her hit the ground, I feel like that would at least stun you for a second or something, and then he could, I don't know, fucking punch you in the face. I don't know, just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
there we go. I'd fall on you, stun you, and punch you in the face.
I don't know.
Greg wins, fatality.
Somehow I can't see you charging at me, but yeah.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
I was gonna fall on her.
I don't know.
I'm saying hypothetical things, and they're being way overanalyzed.
Redbeard, actually, you're overanalyzing. Redbeard's having these weird fantasies about Greg like assaulting Lady Lee, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
falling on me. just standing there, like, oh no, he's falling on me.
To be fair, I'm kind of following Terry's story, and I'm kind of feeling like I have to go take a dump right now.
Don't jerk off, okay?
Shit, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a good.
Just say it. You have to masturbate.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, Radar's right. It is going to be a good card. Someone's got to write that card.
Yeah, good.
You know what? I have so many cards I need to write.
Yeah. Redbeard's fetish of seeing Greg assault Lee. Oh, okay, good. Lady Lee.
I'm by no means in any way a skilled fighter. The only thing I would say is that if somebody attempts to hurt me, I will not run away. I will fight back. Whether or not you can kick my ass or not, might be, but I will. I'm not the type of person that will run away from a fight. I will. If you attempt to hurt me, I will attempt to hurt you back. But otherwise, I'm not a fighter because you know what? Fighting is stupid.
It is stupid. I absolutely agree. It is stupid.
100% agree with that. Yes, it is.
I like to
never been
fight in the ring
fight myself.
I like to fight in the ring. I like it when there's rules because then you will know when you walk in, you know what you're doing. You shake hands. It's friendly. It's amicable.
Yeah.
But anything after that, no, I don't give a fuck. Anything outside, no.
Oh yeah,
no
because
interest.
outside in the street fight, you know, you'll punch a guy in the face and then you'll pull a knife and stab you. It's like, well, fuck.
Or
you'll
push in the
like,
face,
in a ring,
the cops will show up and you'll end up in jail or something. Fucking
in a ring, you're wearing protection. You're wearing headgear. You're wearing like your mouth guard. You're wearing gloves. Like you know what you're doing. Out there, like, you don't give a fuck.
The headgear thing.
You don't give a fuck about where you hit the person. Like, you don't give a fuck if you're going to cause head injuries. You don't give a fuck if you're going to break their jaw or break their nose or whatever.
My face with this bone right here got broken by some random ass.
Your orbital bone.
I don't know.
Watch last week's UFC event, Lee?
Yes.
Yes, we all saw that. It was gross.
Yuri Prochaka doing that spinning back elbow and fucking knocking.
Yes, that was a beautiful one. Yes.
Nice, man.
It was. This was years and years ago. There was a fight where the guy got punched in the the face. It was just a casual one, and just dropped like completely. And everyone was just like wondering what the fuck happened. It wasn't the orbital bone, but it was like a smaller bone in the eye that broke, and it dropped him so bad because it was so painful. It was like it starts with a Z, I think, zygote or like. Anyways, it just completely broke that bone, and the guy dropped. Like, I've never seen that before, and I haven't seen it since. It was the craziest break. Well, other than like snapping shins, but it was the craziest break just to see. It was just you just saw the guy get punched in the eye. Oh, there's so many replays. So many replays.
Watching someone's leg wrap around someone else's like is nasty.
It was worse than Silva's.
Like somebody's leg like kicking and all of a sudden go whoa.
It was worse than like when you saw
the bone breaks. So just like
I saw
limp, like
I saw the Silva one that.
This is worse.
Anderson I don't want to see a worse one. I don't want to see. I saw that one. That was
Anderson's leg snapped, and he kind of like didn't step on it. He kind of did, but just dropped. Weidman stepped on it. Fucking stepped on it, and he fucked it up because then as soon as he dropped, it literally just stayed bent.
Fucking go like it's gonna be all fucking. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Right. Please, stop the description, please.
On that note, I'm gonna take this thing offline because I'm about to go limp. I'm tired.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Not that kind of limp, but
disembodied Nick Head is going to
very typical. Very typical.